Enter.
Yo, what's up, man? How was Gumball?
Oh, it was good. Thanks for asking, Mike. Have a seat wherever you like. So, Michael, how's the F12 coming along?
Well, I mean, I think it's coming along pretty well. We got a lot done.
The F12 is coming along, no problems. Not a single problem.
I mean, anytime you're building a race car, there's always issues that you don't see. You know, it's stuff that...
Oh, I see issues. The entire internet sees issues. I see here you bought a differential. $10,000. Tell me, Mike, did it fit?
Well, I mean, I bought the diff before we actually took the transmission out of the car, so I think, yeah, there are some fitment issues, but...
I'm gonna stop you there, Mike. When I need for you to build the car you said you'd build, and so far you haven't done that. Running a corporation as big as DD with 5 employees requires us to make tough decisions. And I don't think, based on what happened in the last video, we can keep you around.
Oh, dude, it's not a problem at all. Like, a half-inch spacer, we're good to go. Diff will fit in there. Easy.
Wait, shit, it sounds like Mike got a little dramatic there, guys. My apologies. Mike was forgetting that never happened. Here's a little bit of, this is how you make race cars happen, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Damage and Exotics. I am back from Gumball. The F12 build does continue, but I ordered underglow for the Squadron Corsa. So we're gonna pause Damon's project and do underglow. But to do that, we have to go to PFS and pick up the Squadron Corsa. It's all PPF now, it's good to go. And like that, money is well spent. Come on, guys, you think we'd ever fire Mike Assa? I'd be gone long before him. He has talent, I have jokes. And sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're hurtful. That's just the line we walk. It feels really good to be back at the HQ. So much has changed here since we left. Like, this thing is completely ripped apart. Like, completely ripped apart. We have this happening back over here. We have this chop saw, we have a light here. This table is now running. This is to break people's arms who don't pay their bills. You actually, jokes aside, you were spending some money.
We were spending some money. You said, just get what we needed.
I was Damon. Yeah, is that Damon?
That's
is that
true.
me? I'm a bit more cautious when it comes to spending money. Now, speaking of spending money, the 599 is due for some upgrades. This week, I want to accomplish some really cool things on here. I want to go and do the aero kit on it. So I'm not going to actually go and buy one because they're hard to get. The ones available, I don't love. So I'm going to ask this guy right here to do something like that on this custom aero.
So you can't fire me.
No, you're safe. You're safe. But Tim, we're not sure what he does yet. Aero, a livery. For now, a temporary livery. Some body work on this car. Talk about a big wing for it. I do have wheels now, thanks to Damon, by the way. He still doesn't know.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been
he's not here, so.
That's his problem. That's his problem. If you want to come with me for a drive in this car, we got the Squadra, do some underglow.
I can't wait to put underglow on it.
I'm not joking about underglow. Let's go for a drive. Cold start. Did you drive this car while I was gone? I think I saw it in a video. You had some fun with it.
I drove a little bit.
Dude, this thing's so loud.
It is insanely loud.
It might be the loudest car on the channel. You guys can be the judge. Even at idle. By the way, we have a few lights on the Ferrari. Lamp failure, TPMS failure, and a fuel tank failure.
I drove it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I drove it a little bit.
Yeah. Obviously not to the gas station. Oh my God. Oh, we need to bring this to Europe. You guys would love this over there. It's so loud. Oh my God. We have now arrived in Mexico and I want to do my favorite thing in this car, which is turn that all the way off, do little beeps. Yeah. Oh.
What happened? That didn't feel good.
You smell that?
Yeah. That smells like clutch.
The worst spot for this to happen.
Let me, you want me to push this forward to get us out of the road?
It's not going in gear.
Let me push this forward.
I think I just broke something. Mike's literally pushing the car right now. I did a clutch drop. I went into neutral and now I won't go into gear. I'm hoping that I can just turn the car off and then I'll go back into gear. I'm not sure what would have broken. You can definitely smell clutch or transmission fluid or something. Is there anything leaking out the back of the car? Oh my God. That's not what I want to do with right now. Should I leave it running or shut it off?
Keep it to the right, there's cars coming.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get over here to that path. Keep the camera on, that's the game of YouTube. I'm actually not sure what to do right now. When something breaks in the car, the first thing you do is get the car off the freaking road because cars are ripping past us. The good news is, yeah, we're in Mexico, but it's not too far from the shops. Hold on.
Let me call Mark.
Well, hold on, let me just try to see if I can. So it won't go in, it'll stay in neutral, but it won't go into gear. But even reverse, nothing. What's the worst case scenario?
Well, it's a Ferrari.
Transmission. Is the transmission in the back in this car, like the F12?
It's a transaxle, yeah.
I really want to get the underglow installed in this Quattro Corsa, but it sounds like that's not happening now. Oh, Ferrari. I'm sorry. This is what it feels like to be Damon. Have I broken a car doing something dumb before? Yeah, this G-Wagon was really dumb. Oh! Doing DD stuff? Might be like a rite of passage. Is there a tow hook in this thing? You just tow it back to the shop?
Cool kit's down here.
Hidden shop.
Oh, there we go.
Holy shit. Little rip past here.
People drive fast in Mexico.
Hey! I don't want to talk about it. Let Mark drive.
Started to launch, and then it was just like, woo! Like the revs went up, then the revs dropped, then it went in neutral, and that was it.
Have you done that since you put the bigger wheels on there?
Wow, the wheels make a difference.
More traction.
A lot more grip.
If it's not a relay, what's the mechanical that could break when you do that?
Anything inside the transmission?
Inside the transmission or like?
Inside the transmission. Yeah. Could have gotten launched and jarred something, like in the shift mechanism out of place, or tried to grab two gears at once, or done something like that. I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't fire Mike. And we're low on fuel. Okay, he said to ride the brakes on smash in the back of the car. Oh, that's a weird feeling. Oh, that's a weird feeling. I don't like it. I feel dumb right now. It wasn't even a cool thing. The Laramie is earning its keep today. I can still rev it actually. If I hold the brake with one foot.
Just shooting flames.
Damon, I'm sorry for watching this right now. By the way, Damon's dad's getting married, so Damon's at home this week for some family time. So I came down, making some videos,
Good start.
and I'm making him proud.
Dave destroys everything.
Remember, I was like, yeah, I have one car, works for me. Not anymore. It's easier being the quiet guy that didn't break anything. Jokes aside, having Mike is such an asset because prior to having the shop and Mike and the team here, this could have been months. And I'm really hoping it's something stupid, but the fact that it won't go into gear is confusing. Like if it was a broken axle, it would go into gear, it would just make a lot of noise. Smashing the brakes. When it first happened, I was actually in shock. I was like, I didn't just do that. Oh, he's going faster. What's happening?
I don't know, he's pointing.
Why is he
He
pointing?
wants you to turn, there's cars.
I can smell my brakes. Oh, that's a transmission. You smell that?
This smells really
I
bad.
didn't ride the brakes too much. Oh, no. I thought too much slack off. I'm sorry, Mike. I know what I'm doing. Front left. Well, Mexico sure is close to the shop. Well, I smell something right now. I ain't brakes. You smell that? You guys can't smell it, but it's like a really bad burning smell. It smells like clutch.
Well, not looking good. Watch when it says lamp failure.
Oh, what? That wasn't there a minute ago.
When we restarted it,
Lamp failure.
and transmission failure.
Oh, jeez.
So let me check some fuses and stuff, but I think if it says transmission failure, I don't think it's a fuse thing. All right, so I found the fuse that says it's the transmission control fuse, and I can't check the voltage across here because it doesn't have an opening like a lot of fuses do, so I just pull it out and I'll check the ohms. No, it's good. So that's open circuit, closed circuit. Yeah, so the fuse is okay.
That's good, right?
Well, not really.
Why?
Because the fuse is easy and cheap. And if it's not the transmission control fuse, then it's either like transmission control module, something with a shift thing, internal transmission.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I trust in Mike S's abilities. I know you wanna go for 430, but that might be, so do you mind turning into this, whatever you have to do?
Yeah, we'll get it up on the lift and see what's going on.
My dreams of underglow might be slightly delayed by one day, but that's okay. Let's do like this for now. PFS, where dreams come true. Where things get wrapped. Hey?
Hey.
A lot of people would save a lot of money on child support if they came here first. Jason, I'm back. How are you? Get nice teeth. Thank you. So, what did you do to the Squatch Corsa? Ah, I love the gold.
Big change.
Big changes.
Yeah. The front fenders, the hood, and the front bumper, all the gold's protected. Pull the decals off, put it back on top. Full body ceramic coating.
Woo. Will that protect the wrap a little bit?
It's gonna help a little bit, but it's not gonna be like impact stuff, but at least helps with the scratches, so it's good.
I love the gold. Do you guys love the gold at home? I want to show this in one video and it's at night. We haven't really seen this car in daylight. I love this car. By the way, the 599's broken.
What?
I'm pretty sure I blew the transmission or something inside the transmission. Yeah. One launch.
We will not go into gear.
A block from the shop, yeah, I won't go into gear. In the meantime, you also detailed it. I can see the inside. Oh, I love it. I love it. It'll never be this clean ever again. Even did like the whole little striping thing. Thank you very much, you guys. PFS always kills it. They wrapped this car. They protected this car. They protect me. My bodyguard right here if I get in a fight.
Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really
Nice little distraction from the misery that's the 599. Mike hasn't called me, I haven't called him, which is either a good sign or a bad sign. I'm really hoping for an easy fix, but based on some research I did, it's probably something pretty serious. Something to do with maybe the F1 gearbox. That car is like an E-gear, only they call it F1. It's the same thing. It's an automated manual transmission. If I broke a transmission, I haven't looked at the pricing yet. A new one's probably $50,000, $60,000. It's all time, and I really want to bring that car to Monterey Car Week to show you guys. And I had plans this week to get some stuff done to it, so it really needs to get fixed quickly. And hopefully Mike has good news. Or he's fired. Oh, that doesn't look good. What are you doing?
We're trying to see what's wrong with this thing. Check it out. Look at this mass of things on the back of the transmission that all operate the F1 shifting in the gearbox. There's so much going on back here, and I can't really get to any of it. So we're just gonna drop the transmission out of the car.
They're dropping the transmission from the car. Well, that's not what I wanted to hear. Oh, gentlemen, Eric Choi. Welcome back to Los Angeles.
Welcome back.
How was Gumball? I got confused. There's Ryan over there. He's being mysterious. He's got pink pants on. Oh, we got the 1 second thing. Maybe I'm gonna fire him next.
This is not how they do it at the dealership.
I can't believe this is happening right now, to be honest with you.
You know, it's just, I think this is easier than trying to work on it in the car. It's just so packed in there. You can't get to anything.
By the way, if you're wondering, I haven't explained it yet, the transmission in this car is in the back, just like the F12. They do that for weight distribution?
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It's a transaxle. Transmission and the differential all built in and in the back, so it moves the weight to the back.
So hold on, if the tranny blows up, it can wreck the differential as well? It's all one thing?
It's all one thing, all together.
Now you were looking at prices for transmissions.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all out of stock. It's about 10 grand.
That's a used 599 F1 transmission gearbox. Does this include all the F1 stuff then? If it's
That looks completely bare. So all of that stuff on the back of the transmission that I was showing you, that was like just tons of stuff back there.
Yeah.
That's all the F1 stuff. Yeah, I mean, if it's something internal, then yeah, this would be the way to go.
But all the listings say the same thing.
Yep, out of stock. Getting parts from Ferrari for this gearbox, that's pretty unlikely. If the transmission is bad, then it's probably source another gearbox and just put it in. Because if you, by the time you buy a couple parts for it, it's probably gonna be 10 grand anyway.
I give up. Oh. Is that all transmission fluid?
That is clutch fluid.
Clutch fluid.
Yeah.
So for the F1 thing.
Yep.
Got it.
Like if you push the clutch pedal,
Yeah.
that's what this thing does.
Oh, so that acts as your foot.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then all this other stuff right here is basically what acts as your hand. So that's doing the actual shifting.
So it's a manual transmission that has something that's manually shifting it for you.
Yeah, exactly. So on the side of the gearbox, there's all of this, the gear position sensor. You've got the shift sensor, and then you can see this linkage here. And that was controlled by this.
Oh, this is all
of
F1
these
stuff.
hydraulic. Yeah, exactly. So depending on which gear you're putting in, it's moving that lever in and out, twisting it, just like it would with a manual transmission.
That's what I thought. As you guys know, we are manually swapping this car. The kit's on order. The question I have right now is, if we swap it, does all this get torn out or not? Because if this was what broke, then if this is the fail point, then it wouldn't matter?
It wouldn't matter. Yeah, because it basically, I'm guessing it would just go on to that linkage, a shifter linkage cable or something on that.
Yeah.
and convert it that way.
But you won't know until all this comes down what's broken.
Yeah, I can't tell from looking at it on the outside. So we'll just have to keep pulling all the stuff apart, get it out of the car, and then inspect it.
If you're watching at home right now, cross your fingers, your toes, your cat's tails, if you have 2 cats. If you have 1 cat, I don't know what you're gonna do. And let's pray that the F1 broke. I can contact the company, I know the guy, and ask him if we need this stuff. But the question is, I mean, the manual kits aren't done yet. Like, he basically took this car from this to make it manual without having the manual. Because if this car was a manual Ferrari 599, they're like $2 million.
Oh yeah, and nobody's gonna go, yeah, use my car, take it apart and copy everything? Yeah, right.
Hey, you nailed it there, bro.
Perfect, lined up. Do that keep coming? More. More.
Wow. You did that very fast, by the way. You started this like 3 hours ago.
Pretty surprised actually how quick we got it out. We don't have the right tools. Look at this thing.
Walk us through what we're looking at right here.
Basically right here is the differential.
Okay, got it.
So axles connect to differential and then the transmission, but they're combined. So we've got the bell housing. This is the clutch.
Oh, there's the clutch.
Yeah, in the front. And then that sits inside this housing. We've got the release.
That's so weird. But the clutch is not attached to the transmission.
Yeah, well,
There's a shaft in between.
Technically, yeah, exactly, connected with that shaft. Release bearing here and all the hydraulics to do the clutch release in here. And then you got this line that runs all the way to the back that connected to that whole F1 assembly.
So complicated, dude.
Exactly, so we've got fluid here, reservoir that's built in right here, and then you've got the actual shift linkage controller. So this is moving in and out and twisting, and that's selecting gears. And then you've got all of the hydraulic fluid going through here with all these solenoids that are making the fluid pass through different valves. So all of that stuff is in the back that controls the clutch and all the shifting. I think I'm gonna take this cover off the side because that's where the shift linkage is. So I can see if a shift linkage inside, like one of the forks or a pin snapped or something like that, we'll be able to look inside of the gearbox, figure out what happened. I'm turning the input shaft from the engine, and you can watch the output shaft to the axles turning. So I went through all the gears and all of them work properly. They all click in place, they all change the ratio at which it drives, so it's not like it's grabbing first gear a couple times.
So the transmission's okay.
Transmission internally is okay.
Okay, the problem to solve now is to figure out, do you need any of those F1 components for the manual conversion? I'm gonna assume not, but assumptions have caused me a lot of problems in my life. I need to call Art, the owner of EAG, and ask him, do you need any of the F1 components for the conversion? Is the conversion available? The other question now is time. Mike has to get back on the F12. I pulled him off for a day on this, which was not the plan. It's a massive project, and that's basically why we hired Mike. So I'm gonna call the owner and do some serious kissing.
That sounds fun.
Like, I need you to literally kiss. There's another term for that. It's called a rim job, Tim.
Oh.
Art, my man.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
So I messaged you earlier about the 599. We discovered that the transmission is okay. Something failed in the F1, this thing. The question I have for you right now, and this is the $1 million question, do I need that thing for your conversion kit?
No.
Thank God. Okay, amazing. Do you have a kit ready for me that I can get from you?
Not quite. We're still making stuff. I mean, we still have parts on the CNC machine, so.
For the EDE fam watching at home right now, can you somehow expedite me, even a pre-prototype kit? I'll sign a waiver. I will be your R&D. I will beat on this car like it owes me child support. And we'll find out any fail points so that when you're ready to go to production, you know. No one's gonna beat on this car harder than us.
That I do know, that's a fact.
And then the last part of all this is, could you come to LA and install it?
You're joking, right?
I can't pull Mike off this. I need a miracle because I want to take the car to Monterey Car. We can only have one more week in LA after this. I don't have time to send it to Texas. So can you, any way you could pull some strings, jump on a flight, and come to LA?
Right, goddammit, why do you have to do this to me?
No pressure.
Dude, I am so backed up right now, you have no idea.
I'm prepared to write a check with Damon's money to get you out here.
My wife's gonna kill me.
want me to talk to her for you?
She's Russian. Do you want me to go?
Is she there right now?
She's already angry.
I don't want to get you in any more trouble.
She's angry all the time anyway, but you're killing me. Short notice.
I bought the cop. By the way, I bought the cop car off. Or that came from him.
Dave, God damn it. Okay. Okay.
All right.